Hold up. Knew something wrong here. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is the weekend, and we are already in week number 2 of the NFL season, and a lot of stuff going on. The Eagles, A.J. Brown problems, but I'll get to that in a second. I want to say, boy, you know, you got to be careful what you see and read, because it's really easy now to make things look like it's legit, like it's coming from a legitimate news source and things. Shout out to Gina Dallas Diva. She sent me that Tua was retiring. And the post, you looked at the post, it's like, oh my God, he's retiring. And it looks like Adam Schefter, but it's not actually Adam Schefter. It was actually, and sometimes on Twitter ones, they'll have like a disclaimer on it to say whether or not there's any validity to it, if there's some things that prove to be fraudulent. And that was one that wasn't, that was said that there's no verification on that. Be that as it may, there's been a serious outcry for everybody to say to Tua, you need to be off the field. Ultimately, it's going to probably be his doctors and his decision on how he chooses to live his life. But seeing that, that's bad. You know, it's what happened to Tua is not something that's new that's happening in football. The difference is there's so many cameras. See, this is the thing people don't understand. There's nothing new happening in the world right now. There isn't. The only difference is now everybody's a reporter. Everybody has their own news network at their fingertips. And the technology and the high-def televisions and everything else, and the multiple camera angles. You got cameras in the pylons on the sidelines and everything. You see everything. What happened to Tua has been going on since football began. You just didn't know about it. And in the same sense, a lot of the stuff that we see now is stuff that's been going on. You just weren't exposed to it the way you are now. But with that being said, you have to be careful, because it's so hard to tell what is real and what is fake anymore. So just a cautionary tale. I want to give a shout out to I Love Weed and Ginger Rogers, both putting out their first videos on YouTube. It's kind of like YouTube is becoming like the California gold rush. Everybody's running to YouTube. If you watch some of the videos, and maybe it's because I'm old now, but you see all these videos now that are telling you how easy it is. Start a YouTube channel. You know, you're over 40, now's the time to start a YouTube channel, because, you know, dirty videos are in, because you don't have to know how to edit, you know, raw videos or where it's at, this, that, and the other. And it is literally like the California gold rush. And you're seeing more and more people that are going to YouTube. And that's great, because content is king. I'm sure Google loves that. I didn't know, but even the Playmaker has a channel now. Michael Irvin apparently started one back in March, because I saw a video where he's talking about Tua, of course, and I want to welcome Michael Irvin to YouTube as well. But everybody's talking about the Tua situation. The reality is, there's other guys out there that are getting knocked silly too, that are having issues. We just don't know about it. If you remember the movie Blindside, his name escapes me, and it may be because I've had some concussions my damn self. But why can't I think of his name? He suffered, and his career ended early because of concussions. And he's gone through a hell of a lot with them. And if you've never had a concussion before, I remember getting one where, this is in college, and we didn't know anything about concussions, but I remember getting hit, and as I turned my head, I could literally feel my brain not turning with my head. Literally. And it's a scary thing, and the sensitivity to light, and then you see, like, you know, the blue dots and the stars, or the, I don't know what you call them, but you see like a white thing that'll kind of go across your eyes and stuff. But it's real, and it is a dangerous sport. And that's why I'm not mad at anybody getting paid for doing what they do. The things that they do just to stay on the field is unbelievable. If you've been in a car crash, imagine being into about 40 of those and then playing a football game in a week. But breaking news from Philly 500, because I saw that right after my live stream, that A.J. Brown was listed on the injury report after not being listed at all this week with a hamstring issue. And I'm going to say that if they're listing him with a hamstring issue, it must be serious. And you're saying, why are you saying that? Because Jalen Hurts was literally wearing a brace on his knee, clearly limping around on the field, and he was never listed on an injury report. So if they put A.J. Brown on an injury report, he must really be injured pretty bad. No word exactly how bad that is, but a hamstring is not one of those things that you want to have happen to you, because that's a lingering type issue. And that's one of those things that, you know, you push it, a pulled hamstring can become a torn hamstring, and a torn hamstring is a lot longer. And so that's something that they're going to have to be careful with. And I'm not wishing injury on anybody, but, you know, injuries are a fact of the game. Another person who's been on the injury report and kind of in their doghouse is Devin White. And it seems like things aren't going really well with that big free agent signing. And here's where maybe the Cowboys deserve some credit, because they've been killed all offseason about not making free agent moves. And I'm going to say Barkley definitely was better than Zeke this past week, but I'm happy with the production I got out of Zeke. One of the things that credit is not given enough to were some of the key blocks that Zeke Elliott made, saving Dak Prescott's ass, along with the 10 carries for 40 yards and the TD. But linebacker-wise, by comparison, Cowboys are winning that free agency battle. Eric Kendricks looks head and shoulders better. Oh, Devin White, we can't say how he looked because he wasn't on the field. And I will say, with us getting overshown, right now Cowboys linebackers are a lot better than the Eagles. But, you know, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job. The thing that's cool to me, and I wish I had more time. I wish there were about 30 hours in the day. Then maybe I could get all the things I want to get done, but it's just not enough time. But going through my old channel, there's some incredible videos in there. I came across a video with Vash Lombardi at the draft in 2018. And I said back then, I said I would take Vash Lombardi's breakdown and player evaluation over anybody on ESPN, and I still stand by that. I did an interview at my house with Demario Davis when he was a free agent from the Jets, and won it. I remember sending a text message to Brian Broaddus and saying, if there's anybody that will listen, scream it from the highest mountains to sign Demario Davis. And in that time, since he was at my house there, He has not missed a single game for New Orleans. He's got about 650 tackles, about 22 sacks, a couple of interceptions, and literally has been the heart and the soul of the New Orleans Saints defense. And that was one I was definitely right about. But finally, it seems like the Cowboys have gotten that linebacking position right. Now, we looked good last week. Let's see if we can look good this week. The final thing I'll say is, I feel like this Dallas Cowboy team is focused on being the best that they can be. That they won't relax and sit on their laurels after having a good game. I hope that they truly have a hunger that I think that they do. Remember, good people, hug your loved ones and tell them how much you love them, because life is short and life is precious. And tomorrow's not promised. Tell them you love them. You might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.